Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me for another Titus diorama and toy reviews. Today is going to be part one of the customizing of the Kronos Phantom Corpse Nerf gun that I have here. As you can see, I've already taken it out of the packaging and it comes with the bands and the ammo for the Nerf gun itself. These particular guns are marketed more towards the team warfare play. If you're doing a lot of the Nerf gun kind of stuff. Again, I'm going to be customizing this and using it as a prop for a Punisher cosplay that I'm going to be doing. It's still going to maintain the fact that it'll be able to fire. But the reason why I picked this particular gun, it's easy to get in. There's only one screw on this side, a few screws on this side, but it does have a locking mechanism. So when locked, it doesn't fire, which I think will be really useful for when I'm at Fan Expo with that. Anyway, the next steps is to go ahead and take out the screws, take it apart. I will be painting the white parts and most of the orange parts, leaving this part up here orange in order to be able to get into Fan Expo. I actually do have a friend, as I stated before, who's going to be printing me off a new one of these, 3D printing a new one of these with barrel attachments. So in that case, I might just paint the part that goes in here and leave the barrel attachment orange. Anyway guys, let's get to it. We're going to move to time lapses and I'll have some voiceover stuff as I go through. As always guys, I hope that you like the videos that I'm putting out. If you do, please hit the like button. Please make sure you subscribe to my channel. If you have any comments, by all means leave them in the comments field below. And as always guys, stay nerdy. Alright, as you guys can see, I'm just taking the actual Nerf gun out of the box for the very first time here. Now we're moving on to the actual removing of all the screws. There's about 17 screws in total that actually hold this particular Nerf gun together. There's a trick to it when you're opening it up. You're supposed to prime the actual gun before you actually take the last screws out, or before you actually start taking the screws out. I completely forgot to do this, and you're going to see in a moment that one of the pieces went shooting out of the actual back. It just happened, and I had to go find it across the room. Right now, I'm just taking a look at all the parts, making sure I know where they go in, because again, I want to make sure that this could still work as a Nerf gun after the fact. But I'm going to be painting the white parts, so I'm going to remove the actual the handle itself. All the white parts are going to be painted, and any of the orange parts that are going to be on the outside are going to be painted as well. I'm going to paint these in just a black and then do some other coating on there. What you're seeing me do right now is just fill in some of the Nerf logo stuff in there, and I also did a little bit of sanding on there as well.
And I ended up doing the spray painting outside. I didn't film a lot of it. It was really hard to actually get everything set up and actually do multiple sprays of that. I did use a flat black to spray the outside. Now you can see that I'm starting to put it back together and trying to remember which goes where. You're going to see a little later on here that I opted not to put the spring and plunger in. So the Nerf gun is no longer functional as an actual Nerf gun. I did get it in, however it's really tricky to make sure that the plunger inside lines up properly, and when I cocked the Nerf gun in order to fire it, it got stuck. So I had to take it all apart again and remove the plunger and the spring. That's perfectly fine. This is really, if you think about it, just going to be used as a prop gun for a cosplay. It does not need to function. I can always go in later on and put that part right back in, so you can actually see the plunger and the spring out there. I also opted not to go ahead with putting a different type of barrel on this one, just because I spent so much time painting it that it just didn't make sense to have a new barrel printed for it.
And the last thing that I did here was just actually paint in the lettering on the side. So this is it for this particular series. So I hope that you liked it. Please make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification button to be notified with any new content that's coming out. And as always guys, stay nerdy.